The Celtics and the Cavs. The Celtics beat the Cavaliers. The Celtics show why they are the best team in the East, and they say this is the Boston Celtics Invitational. The Celtics they beat the Cavs in 5. Like I said, I was like, I wanted to pick the Cavs in 6, but then I was like, I don't know, but I'm gonna just stay in 5. I think the last time we talked was the Celtics. They had another stinker in game 2. Donovan Mitchell was going crazy, and the Celtics really couldn't just hit their threes. They were being honest. Celtics couldn't hit their threes in game 2, and they got blown out at home. They got 20 piece at home, and there's nothing you could do about that. It's the same thing that happened with Miami. Miami hit 23 3-pointers, and the Celtics couldn't come back from that. You know, it is what it is. But then the Celtics, as per usual, they went on the road, and they did take 2 games. They took 2 games from them. In game 3, I just felt like they were just the better team. I think they showed their dominance. Jason Tatum finally had like his signature game. He dropped 30 points. And he showed like I know he's been hearing all the talk about, oh, why are you not being more aggressive? You people saying you're one of the best players in the league, but you're not playing like one. He showed that in game 3. They beat them they blew them out. Now, yeah, they blew them out. They blew them out. They beat them by 13. But they played good. Game 4, that was a different story. I feel like that game was just closer than what it is. I think that's the only problem with the Boston Celtics is they're just playing. It's like they be playing with their food. Like, bro, just finish them off, bro. Like, you're more talented than them. Donovan Mitchell didn't play. He didn't play in that game with a sore calf. And Jared Allen didn't play either. And I'll get about all the calf stuff after this. But they didn't, but those two didn't play. And they was just staying in the game. Like, Darius Garland had his best game in game 4. He dropped 30 points. Evan Mobley. Hey, Evan Mobley is good, man. Evan Mobley is a bad man. He's good. But Jason Tatum played good. Jaylen Brown was efficient. 9 for 15 in game 4. 27 points. Jason Tatum had 33 and 11. Drew Holiday played good. He had 16 points. Derek White, before last night's game, Derek White was not playing good. He just wasn't. He wasn't playing good. So you needed Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to play good. Bro, like, you gotta blow them out. I'm sorry. Like, I get it. You gotta dominate a team like this. So I don't know why why are you beating the Cavs by 7 points? Like, the Cavs should not be winning. Karis LeVert gave you good production. 19 points, 5 rebounds. Max Strus, 15 points. Mobley had 19 points in game 4. It shouldn't have been that close, but it's like they'll be up and then they start getting bored, jacking up shots, and then they see they getting close, and then they're like, okay, guys, let's try to turn it up. You got to keep your foot on the gas pedal throughout. And I think that's the problem with the Celtics, and that's eventually going to hurt them in these playoffs. Like, they're going to take their foot off the gas pedal and never put it back on, and then then they're going to lose a game. Now, yesterday in game 5, they were in a battle too. Somehow they was kind of in the battle. Like, that game was low-key kind of close all the way up into basically the 4th quarter. Bro, I'm watching the game, and I said, there's no way Marcus Morris is going crazy like this. Bro, Marcus Morris went 10 for 13, 5 for 6 from the 3, and had 25 points. Marcus Morris is the only reason the Cavs were even close in that game. And Evan Mobley. Man, Evan Mobley had his best, I think he had probably one of his best games of his career. He had 33 points. He showed like his offensive capabilities, because that was the only problem I had with him. I felt like he's really good, but I just felt like his offense hasn't matured like how I thought it was. And it showed like kind of during these playoffs. Like he could really be an offensive player. And since he's been playing the 5 instead of the 4, he's been good. Darius Garland, he had another bad game. I don't know what's up with him. He gave you 11 points. He was 4 for 17. I'm sorry, Darius Garland, you're basically the best player. You can't give me 11 points. Like, if you play good, there's a chance you guys probably win. But they didn't have no Donovan Mitchell, no Karis LeVert, no Jared Allen. And they were still in that game. Jason Tatum almost had a triple-double. He had 25, 10 boards, 9 assists. Derek White finally came to play. He had 18 points. Drew Holiday, 13 points. Now the real hero was Al Horford. Al Horford hit 6 3-pointers. He gave you 22 points, 15 rebounds. I was not expecting that from Al Horford. Al Horford is what, the oldest player in the playoffs? One of the oldest players in the league. And he gave you a good game like that. Jaylen Brown, he only went 4 for 9 with 11 points. But, I mean, he didn't – I guess you could say he didn't have to. And I think that's the problem with people like who don't like the Celtics. Like, they just expect everybody to go off. But I just feel like there are some games all of them won't have to go off because the team is just so good. And we got to remember that Porzingis isn't there. If Porzingis was there, that's another 20-point score. That's another 20-point score that they have, but he's not playing. So the Celtics, they're going back to the ECF. This is 6 times in 8 years and 3 times in a row. They've really been the best team in the East for who knows how long. Basically, kind of since Jason Tatum has come in the league, him and Jaylen Brown. They are 2 all-star players. And they're going to face either the Knicks or the Pacers. Now, I don't know who. If I'm the Celtics, obviously I would rather face the Pacers, even though they are the healthiest and the Knicks are not the healthiest team. But like I said in the last segment, the Knicks fight, man. They're battle tested. And the Pacers, you know the Pacers ain't going to play no defense on you, and they don't got the defenders really to guard you. Like, they're going to have Andrew Nembhard, Nesmith, and Pascal that can guard them. They can't guard none of them. Like, if they Nesmith on Jaylen Brown, just him, he can't guard him. Nembhard on probably Jaylen Brown. No. And they're going to have either Drew Holiday or Derek White on Tyrese Halliburton. I can see them putting Drew Holiday on Derek White. I mean, Drew Holiday on Tyrese. If the Pacers do advance. So I would say the Celtics could probably beat them in probably like 5 or 6. Now the Knicks, that series could low-key go to 7 if the Knicks do win. That series could low-key go to 7 because I can see the Knicks taking advantage of games that the Celtics should win. The Celtics are just a better team, bro. And the Porzingis injury, as of right now, is really not showing because they have been facing not good competition. It's only that injury, that absence is only going to show when they make it to the finals. Because I have them going to the finals and I have them winning the finals. That if they have to face either the Nuggets or the Timberwolves or the Mavericks or Thunder, it's going to show. But for now, they kind of don't need Porzingis. I think Porzingis will return. I think he's going to come back this playoffs and play good for them. He's going to be on minutes restriction though because he has a calf injury, man. He's been out. I was just looking it up today. I was like, I think he's been out like 2 weeks, something like that, almost 3 weeks. So I think he returns. The Celtics are they're just better than everybody in the East, and I don't think nobody's really going to beat them. I picked Cavs in 5. I say Cavs. I picked Celtics in 5 against the Cavs, and that came true. Donovan Mitchell didn't play though, and I think if he does play, maybe the series is different. Maybe if he plays last night, maybe they force a game 6. We'll never know. But Celtics are just a dominant team. They should not easily, but I think they should win in the ECF and go right back to the finals. And just play good, man. I really don't think I think either the Knicks or the Pacers can really stop them. So if I had to do I'll probably do a prediction right now. Celtics, if they face the Pacers, Celtics in 5. But I wouldn't be shocked if it goes 6. Now, if it's the Knicks, Celtics in 6 or 7. But yeah, the Celtics are just a dominant team, man.